Namaste everyone, Anu Chabda here. Today we are going to cover pomegranate. It's favorite to all age group people, starting from the kids to old age people. Everyone loves to eat pomegranate. Now you must be wondering, yeah, it is tasty, it is nutritious, has many health benefits. So how to grow it? Very simple. This plant, I can say, it can withstand any temperature. Ranges from the hottest one to the coldest temperature. Anywhere you can grow this. Easy to grow plant, tasty, and the yield gives within 1.5 to 2 years it start yielding. So let's start. So the first thing what we have to think about growing pomegranate is either we should get the plant or from the seeds. Yes, both the ways you can grow pomegranate. Now suppose you buy pomegranate from the market, you take out this seeds, this is the way we eat it, and just press it, and then this is the seed, you get it. Okay, just dry it a bit so that the pulpy flesh over that whatever is there, remove that, and then you can sow this. The only difference is when you make seeds from this and you start growing from this, it takes 2.5 to 3 years for a plant to mature and bear fruit. Now the second option is you can buy the plant, ready plant, the grafted plant from the market, which will help you in taking the yield within 6 months to 1 year. One more option is there. If you know anybody who already is growing a pomegranate tree, you can do air layering, or you can take the stem cutting. Very soon I will be making a video on how to do air layering, so that it will be easier for you if any fruit you want to grow, any fruit plant, so you can start with the air layering method also. Now suppose we have decided whether to use it with the seeds, plant or stem cutting. The main thing comes in the mind, and what kind of a size of the pot we should have. So as you all know, it's a perennial plant, and it keeps giving yield every year. So make sure from the initial stage only the pot size should be little on a bigger size. So minimum it should be 20 inches. If you have space, you can go for a smaller size drum also. That depends how much space you can provide it to it. Okay, now after the pot, the thing comes the potting mix. Now this as I told you, this is a very adjustable kind of a plant. It can grow in a loamy soil also, little sandy soil also, little more of a clayey soil also. But if you really want a good yield, make it rich composty soil. So I'll be showing you what all thing we are going to take. For making a nice potting mix for pomegranate plant, we need sand, cocoa peat, garden soil. The color of the garden soil can be depending on the area you stay, and a rich vermicompost or aerobic composting, whatever you are doing, you can take compost from that also, and just a handful of neem cake. So these four should be equal in quantity, and the neem cake should be only just one handful. Now as you people know, when we have mixed everything, now the plant is ready for the sowing. If you have already got a ready sapling from the market, you can sow it in this potting mix in a drum which has a capacity of 20 liters, and then we can keep it in a bright sunlight area, because if the sunlight is really good, the size of the fruit will be really good. Now the question comes how to take care of this plant. Now as the plant grows, it bears like this small, you can see the new leaves will be always in a little reddish tinge. Okay, so the plant always bear these kinds of initial leaves. So make sure that you remove all that, you just keep pinching those things. This will help in making the plant more bushier, and nice branches will come. So as the plant grows, and if you keep pinching this, more number of branches will come, and the main branch will start becoming thicker. Okay, so make sure till your plant reaches at the age of 1.5 years, if any flowering is happening before that, try to remove those flowers, because even if the flowering is happening, the plant will the flowers will turn into fruits, but the quality of the fruits will be really small and the taste will also not be that good. So make sure before 1.5 years, whatever the plant is bearing the flowers, we have to remove those flowers. Okay, now this you can say this pomegranate is a hermaphrodite flowers, so they have male and female parts both. But to be on a safer side, whenever the flower blooms, make sure you take a brush and just do it like this, so that the pollination takes place properly, and then let the plant be like this. Make sure during the time the plant is ready for the flowering, that time we have to give more of phosphorus and potash rich fertilizers like a banana fertilizer, your bioenzyme, and rock phosphate also can be given. But during the time when fertilization is over and the flower has turned into a fruit, that time always control on watering. If watering is too much, the plant starts making too much of food and the focus on the fruit will not be that great. So whenever any plant, not only the pomegranate, any plant which when it has started converting into from flower to fruit, so make sure you control on watering. So now you can say the pest attack kind of a thing, there is not much, but yeah, sometimes aphids, mealybugs, spider mites, all that attack will be there. So regular spray from the time you have bought the plant, it's better weekly once you have to give a soap nut solution spray, or Jivamrita also you can spray it. Sometimes the effect this aphids and mealybugs effect will be so much, so that you have to take a stronger step. So for that, what you have to do, whenever you give the Jivamrita spray, make sure you take few neem leaves. Just take out neem leaves, okay, soak these neem leaves in Jivamrita for 24 hours, or you can crush them nicely and soak it in Jivamrita, filter it and then spray to your plant, so they will be safe from all the aphids and mealybugs. Now what happens when sometimes what happens, the fruit, when the fruit is started becoming matured, the fruit splits from here at the base. Sometimes black spots will be there on the plant. So that can be because of many reasons. The major reason for split of the fruits and the size is not increasing, or sometimes the split is happening before it is getting matured, because sometimes the inside seeds, whatever are there in pomegranate, those seeds are growing faster than the outer cover. This outer shell is little on a harder side, so it takes sometimes more time, and the inner seeds are maturing fast, so they are not getting space to expand. So in that case also sometimes this break happens. That is basically if the watering is very irregular. Suppose it's a summer time and all of a sudden heavy rains have come to the area wherever you stay, then the plant is not able to cope up with that climatic change, and the seeds inside starts growing really fast and the upper shell is not prepared for that growth. So that is the one reason when the split happens. Sometimes the black spots you can see on the pomegranate, that is also basically because of the climatic change, or sometimes because of the viral effect also. So regular spray of your Jivamrita with neem leaves, either in the crush form or soak it for 24 hours. So that will save your plant. So make sure, sometimes people have a doubt that when is the right time to harvest, because until unless you know this is the right time to harvest, sometimes it's an early harvest or sometimes it's in a late harvest. So make sure whenever the lower part, which is here, this part, okay, when the entire pomegranate is ready to be harvested, that will just open up like a flower. So this will be just flat like this, okay. So when it is completely flat, that means the edge of the fruit is, the flower has become flat. That is the right time to harvest this. And regular composting once in 10 days you can give. Apart from that, just make sure that you monitor the plant regularly, and this plants really love pruning. So every 2 to 3 months, whenever you see the fruits, they are not flowering, that is the right time. You keep pruning this, so more branches will be coming. So whenever the season is there, you will get more flowering and fruiting. Only thing is, you have to concentrate little on hand pollination because of the lack of pollinators around nowadays in urban setup. So if you concentrate on your pollination and spray of Jivamrita with the neem leaves, so I think your plant will be healthy. Keep it in a good sunlight, nice pruning, nice composting. So all that, if you keep giving it to your plant, regular monitoring, no one can stop you from growing pomegranate wherever you stay. So thank you for joining me. Keep watching. Have a good day.